Yeah, we were just talking. Nice to have a couple back-to-back practice days here. The schedule lightens up a bit. December was a grueling schedule, and but I think tough moments can bring teams closer together. I loved how our guys responded. They were pros. They showed up every day. They battled hard day in and day out, game in and game out, and just want to continue with that momentum with the new year. Nice to have a couple practice days to work today, work on some more team stuff tomorrow, and be ready to go for the weekend.
Seemed a little more of a upper intensity kind of practice day for you guys. There are a lot of guys coming off the ice, a little chippy there. What was that like as far as practice goes today, getting ready for the weekend?
Yeah, I mean, we had a day off yesterday, so we have another day tomorrow. So wanted to get them working today, get them back competing and battling, and just have a little maybe more flow tomorrow. Get back into some of the team structure stuff.
And then obviously Colton getting called up today, Joey coming back down here. What are your excitement levels about getting Joey back down here, getting him on the ice, and then your excitement levels for Colton getting the opportunity to go to Chicago?
Yeah, real excited for Colton. He's done things the right way. Spent the full year here last year. Just learning the pro game, learning pro habits, how to be a pro. Continue with that through the first 3-4 months this year, and earned his opportunity up there. So really excited for him. And as far as Joey goes, we're excited to have him. We know what he brings to the table. We know his leadership, his energy level, his battle level. We'll just raise the team's level. So, excited to get him in the mix.
What have you seen a little firsthand? I think just over the last 48 hours, there's been a lot of discourse coming out of the Winter Classic and a lot of talk about what's being built here in Rockford. What have you seen over the last 6 weeks or so that you could say to Hawks fans of the organization of, how bright this future can be with the crew that's being built here, that's already up in Chicago, and that's even to come, that hasn't even made the pro game yet?
Yeah, there's, I always said it. My previous role in player development, I have the luxury of getting the sneak peek into the future, where I work closely with the guys at the amateur level, get to see them quite a bit here. So it might be easier for me to get excited about the future, having seen them all. And a big part of our future is here. Guys that started the year here that are getting their opportunities. Frankie, Colton now. You saw it with Vlass and Wyatt that Vlass played a full year here and what he's doing at the NHL level. And I think that's the format we're trying to bring for our young prospects is let them learn the pro game down here, learn pro habits, so that they're ready to immediately be impactful when they do get their chance at the NHL. So your rookie year, your first year pro, it's a big learning curve, and that's what our guys are going through here. But I said it earlier that they're learning to be pros. They come to the rink every day. They're great to work with. They absorb feedback. They crave it, and it's fun to be able to see how they implement that into their games on the ice.
Lastly, a quick word again on Colton. It seems like maybe the typical power forward in the NHL has kind of been lost maybe over the last decade. But when I watch a guy like him, Doc's got the speed, he's got the size. What do you see from his game that you think could really make him successful at all levels, and now with the Hawks?
Yeah, I mean, that's when he's at his best. He is playing that power forward game. You saw last game with Brandon's goal, that Docker used his speed, got in there quickly on the forecheck, used his size to create separation, and then had that power forward mentality, take the puck to the net, and good things happen. So I think that was a perfect example of what he can bring, and I'm sure what they'll be hoping he brings up there on a consistent basis.
I got one more, just obviously piggybacking off of Dana's first question. What are the conversations like with Anders now that he's up there and you guys are still looking to build that chemistry with guys that are up and down here, and then obviously guys that are on the verge of making that call up?
Yeah, I'm trying to follow his lead and talk to him about some of the structural things he had in place here, systems-wise, jobs of certain positional aspects of forechecks and regroups and the like. So you know, want to try to keep that as close to what they're doing up there, so that Colton's an example. When he goes up there, it's a far more seamless transition for him. That he's used to playing a certain way down here, and he can take that right into the NHL level when he gets up there. So yeah, just trying to learn from him and get advice and just kind of get the feedback as to some of the things he'd like to see down here that we can help him with.
Thanks, Eats.
All right.
Yeah, it was good. It was a nice play. Docker just taking it to the net, just a simple play, and finished up with the rebound.
Obviously, he got the call up today too. What's that like as his teammate to see him get that opportunity to go up there and make his presence known in Chicago?
It's awesome. I thought, the last month or so that he's been really good. His details have been, really good. So I think he's earned the call up, and we're all excited for him. That's what this league is for. It's about players like that. So hopefully he gets a chance and runs with it.
All season long, but especially the past week with Brett overseas, how much ownership do you take out on the ice, but in the room too, in kind of a leadership role, and especially with so many young guys on the team? What can you do with your voice and the way that you set the tone?
Yeah, I think obviously with guys leaving, you get called up, it opens up opportunities for other guys, and I think guys did a good job of taking control of that and owning the moment to play well for their opportunity there. So just help them make sure that they're still playing the right way and sticking to the details.
What was that like, playing a team 6 times in 17 days? I mean, like, you don't even get that sometimes in a damn playoff series. What was that like?
Yeah, it's almost like playoffs, like you said, that you get the matchups, you get a little heated out there. It carries into the next game, so it's fun. But we're ready for another team.
You got 4 important divisional points against a Chicago team. They won 8 of their last 10. You haven't seen them in a little bit. They look a little bit different. What are you hoping for out of your club going into Rosemont this weekend?
Yeah, I think just sticking to our game plan. I thought last game, we were kind of slow off the start and spotted them too, and then we're chasing the game the rest of the way. So I think just a really good start and sticking to our details, like I mentioned, and like you said, it's two big games in division, and I think the standings are really tight right now. So every game counts.
Lastly, I want to ask you about your head coach, Mark Eaton. It's been 6 weeks now since he's been at the helm of this team, or even less, 4 or 5 weeks. What have you noticed from the way that he leads this group? Not necessarily any differences than Anders, but how he's kind of fleshed out into his role, because it felt like right from the jump he was really honest that he wanted to learn from everybody, players, coaches. What have you seen from him during his tenure?
Yeah, I think it's been a smooth transition. Obviously, we all kind of had a little bit of a relationship with him before, so I think it was a pretty smooth transition. I think he's just got such a great knowledge of the game that he's able to pass that on to us, and he's made a few slight changes that I think that have really helped us get out of our zone quicker.
Okay, lastly, I want to ask you, especially this time around the holidays, you and a few other guys, but you especially, seem like you really take a big passion and ownership on helping out the community, that wherever you're in, and you and your family have been involved. Can you talk a little bit about how important this time of year is, and to really help out those that are around this area?
Yeah, I think the IceHogs in general do a great job around the holidays. They have a great initiative there with the adoptive families. I think it's it's such a happy time for so many people, and then there's some people that aren't as fortunate, and it's just great to help out with families like that. I think if you give, you get a lot more in return.
You were here last year as well. Just kind of speak to, obviously piggybacking off of Dana's question, that teddy bear toss. Just what is that like? Obviously being part of this Rockford community for your second year now, and just being a part of this team overall.
Yeah, it's great. The last couple of years, the fans have been incredible. It's great to see the turnout we get here. I think the last 2 games have been close to sellout, so it's awesome. It's awesome to see. So it's awesome to help the community like they help us out every night.